name.
Yeah. I might have to do the white and gold. This is how I'm gonna wear mine. Oh, we're gonna match. Yo, I'm not opening the whole thing. Yo, y'all wanna see it?
Nobody expected the internet to lose its mind over a tiny pair of boxing gloves. But here we are. 1 minute the timeline was quiet, people arguing about the usual celebrity nonsense. And the next minute the entire internet was staring at a video of Chrisean Rock looking completely stunned while holding a miniature boxing set meant for her son. Yes, a fan literally gifted the baby his own boxing gear. And suddenly the internet started acting like this was the opening scene of some chaotic sports movie mixed with a reality TV meltdown. Now, if you know anything about Chrisean Rock, you already know her life moves like a Zeus Network episode on Fast Forward. Drama, arguments, viral moments, internet debates. The whole thing feels like a reality show that refuses to turn the cameras off. But this was different. Because instead of the usual chaos, what fans saw was something that looked almost wholesome. And apparently the internet did not know how to handle that. The video started simple. Chrisean opened a package that a supporter had sent her. At first she thought it was just another fan gift, the kind celebrities receive every week. But then she pulled out the tiny gloves, the little training pads, the full miniature boxing kit designed specifically for her son. And suddenly her entire reaction changed. Her face froze. She laughed, looked confused, then looked emotional all at the same time. Within minutes, the clip exploded across social media like someone had dropped a celebrity drama bomb. Fans started reposting it everywhere. Some people thought it was adorable. Others started arguing about parenting, celebrity culture, and whether the baby was already being pushed toward a boxing career before he could even walk properly. Because, of course, the internet can turn literally anything into a debate, and just when it seemed like the moment might stay wholesome for 5 seconds, things started getting messy. Old drama resurfaced. People brought up Blueface. Critics jumped in. Memes started spreading like wildfire. Suddenly, this simple gift somehow turned into another full-blown internet circus. But what nobody realized was that this small moment would trigger reactions that went way deeper than a cute fan gesture. Because behind the smiles, the laughter, and the viral clips, there were tensions building that nobody saw coming. Chrisean Rock's life has never exactly been peaceful, calm, or drama-free. In fact, if chaos were a sport, she'd probably have multiple championship belts by now. For the past few years, her name has been attached to viral fights, relationship meltdowns, reality TV explosions, and social media debates that spread across the internet faster than a celebrity scandal on a Monday morning. So when people saw her trending again, most fans assumed it was another dramatic moment ready to explode. But this time, the situation looked different. Instead of yelling, arguing, or throwing shade online, the viral clip showed something that almost felt wholesome. And honestly, the internet didn't know how to react to that. Because people are so used to seeing Chrisean in chaotic situations that when something sweet happens, everyone suddenly pauses like they just witnessed a plot twist in a reality show. The moment started during a casual video where Chrisean was opening fan mail. If you've ever watched celebrity live streams, you know the routine. Boxes arrive from supporters, celebrities open them on camera, fans hope their gift gets noticed, and sometimes things get emotional. But nobody expected this particular package to turn into the moment that would send social media into detective mode. At first it looked like a normal box. Nothing dramatic, nothing suspicious. Just another fan gift among dozens of others she had received. But when Chrisean pulled out what was inside, her entire reaction instantly changed. Sitting inside the package was a full miniature boxing kit designed specifically for her son. Tiny boxing gloves, little training pads, and even a small set of protective gear that looked like it came straight from a sports store designed for future champions. Chrisean froze for a second, staring at the gloves like her brain needed a moment to process what she was looking at. Then she laughed, shook her head, and held the tiny gloves up to the camera. Her reaction was a mix of surprise, amusement, and genuine shock. It was the kind of moment where someone realizes a fan went the extra mile to send something thoughtful, and the reaction becomes completely real instead of the usual celebrity "thank you so much" routine. Within minutes, the clip started spreading across social media platforms. Twitter reposts turned into TikTok edits. TikTok edits turned into Instagram pages sharing the video. And before anyone realized what was happening, the internet had turned this simple moment into a viral event. Fans immediately began commenting about how adorable the moment looked. Some joked that the baby was already training to become a future boxing champion before he could even properly walk. Others pointed out that Chrisean herself has a background in sports and athletics, so the idea of her son eventually stepping into boxing gloves didn't feel completely random. But of course, because this is the internet, the wholesome moment lasted approximately 5 minutes before the debates began. Some critics jumped into the comments questioning why a baby would receive boxing gear in the first place. Others started making sarcastic jokes about celebrity parenting. A few people even managed to connect the situation back to the long history of drama between Chrisean and Blueface, somehow turning a tiny pair of gloves into another chapter of celebrity gossip. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't just about a fan gift anymore. People were arguing about symbolism, parenting choices, and whether fans sometimes go too far when sending gifts to celebrities. Social media turned into a giant comment section battlefield where half the internet was saying the moment was adorable, while the other half acted like the tiny boxing gloves were the beginning of a controversial sports documentary. Meanwhile, Chrisean seemed completely unfazed by the growing noise online. In her video, she laughed about the gift and joked about how fans were already imagining her son becoming a fighter. Her reaction felt natural, relaxed, and far removed from the dramatic chaos that usually surrounds her name. But behind the scenes, the viral moment was beginning to spark reactions that no one had predicted. Because when a celebrity known for constant controversy suddenly has a wholesome viral moment, the internet doesn't just celebrate it. The internet investigates it. People start analyzing everything. Old clips get resurfaced. Past drama gets dragged back into the spotlight. And that's exactly what started happening. What began as a simple fan gift was slowly transforming into a much bigger conversation. Fans, critics, and gossip pages were now watching closely to see if this moment would stay wholesome, or if the internet would find a way to turn it into another chaotic episode in the never-ending Chrisean Rock saga. And judging by the way social media was already reacting, the calm moment wasn't going to last very long. Now here's the thing about the internet. It cannot simply enjoy a moment and move on. That would be too peaceful, too reasonable, too normal. Social media treats every viral clip like it's the opening scene of a documentary conspiracy. And the second Chrisean Rock's reaction to that tiny boxing kit started trending, the detectives of the internet clocked in for duty like they were about to solve a celebrity mystery. Within hours, the video had been reposted everywhere. TikTok edits slowed down her reaction frame by frame like it was the Zapruder film of celebrity gossip. Twitter users started writing think pieces about the symbolism of a baby receiving boxing gloves. And Instagram comment sections turned into a chaotic debate arena that looked less like a wholesome moment and more like the reunion episode of a reality show where everyone is yelling over each other. Some fans thought the entire thing was adorable. They were posting comments like "future champ already" and "little man about to knock out the competition before kindergarten." Memes started popping up showing tiny boxing gloves next to photos of legendary fighters, joking that the baby had already begun his championship training arc. If Hollywood made sports movies about underdogs rising to greatness, social media was already writing the trailer for this one. But of course, the critics arrived 5 minutes later like the internet's self-appointed referees. Suddenly, people were debating whether giving a baby boxing gear was somehow controversial. A few commenters started saying things like, "Why are people encouraging violence?" which immediately triggered another wave of replies explaining that boxing gloves are literally sports equipment. Not a villain origin story. And then things got even messier when people started dragging Blueface back into the conversation. Because apparently on the internet, if Chrisean Rock is trending, Blueface will somehow be mentioned whether he's involved or not. Fans began arguing about whether the gift symbolized independence, strength, or some kind of subtle message about her past relationship drama. Others joked that if the baby ever stepped into a ring one day, the internet would blame the fan who sent those gloves like they started the whole storyline. Meanwhile, meme pages were having the time of their lives. One viral edit showed the baby wearing the tiny gloves with dramatic Rocky music playing in the background. Another meme compared the moment to a Marvel origin story, joking that this was the beginning of the rise of Baby Champ. Social media basically turned a fan gift into the cinematic universe nobody asked for, but everyone was now watching. And just when the memes reached peak ridiculousness, a few celebrity commentary pages decided to weigh in. Some influencers praised the moment as a rare positive clip involving Chrisean. Others tried to turn the situation into a deeper discussion about how celebrity children grow up in the public eye. Suddenly, this tiny pair of gloves was being analyzed like it was a cultural symbol rather than a fan gift from someone who probably just thought it looked cute. But the wildest part, Chrisean herself seemed completely relaxed about the entire thing, while the internet was arguing, theorizing, and producing enough memes to fill a comedy festival. She simply laughed about the gift and thanked the fan who sent it. Her reaction stayed lighthearted, almost like she was watching the online chaos from a distance while eating popcorn. And honestly, that calm reaction only made the internet louder. Because when social media doesn't get the dramatic response it expects, it starts creating its own drama. Comment sections began filling with wild predictions about the baby's future. Some fans said he would grow up to be an athlete. Others joked that he'd be knocking out critics who talk too much online. The jokes got bigger, the exaggerations got wilder, and suddenly the entire situation felt like the internet was writing the script for a sports biopic that wouldn't exist for another 20 years. Even gossip channels started covering the moment like it was breaking news. Headlines popped up describing Chrisean as shocked, emotional, or stunned by the gift. The storytelling became more dramatic with every repost, like a simple surprise had transformed into a Hollywood plot twist. But underneath all the humor, jokes, and viral edits, something else was happening. Because moments like this don't just stay on the surface. When a celebrity who normally trends for chaos suddenly goes viral for something positive, the public reaction becomes unpredictable. Some people celebrate it, others question it, and a few begin digging deeper into the story behind the moment. And that curiosity was starting to grow. People began wondering whether this wholesome moment represented a new chapter in Chrisean's life, or whether it was simply a brief pause in the endless storm of celebrity drama that had followed her for years. But what nobody realized yet was that this tiny boxing kit had already sparked conversations that would continue long after the memes stopped spreading. Because while the internet was laughing, debating, and posting jokes about future champions, the story was quietly building towards something much bigger. By the time the internet finished turning the tiny boxing gloves into a viral spectacle, the moment had already evolved into something far bigger than anyone expected. What started as a simple fan gift had now become a full-blown online storyline. Memes were everywhere, gossip channels were covering the moment like breaking news, and comment sections were moving faster than a live sports chat during the final round of a championship fight. But the most interesting part of the whole situation was how the reaction slowly began to shift. At first, people treated the moment like comedy. The jokes were endless. Memes compared the baby to future boxing champions. Dramatic edits showed training montages that obviously didn't exist. And fans kept exaggerating the situation like they were narrating the origin story of a sports legend. It was ridiculous, chaotic, and exactly the kind of viral internet humor that spreads at lightning speed. Then something surprising started happening. Some fans began looking at the moment differently. Instead of focusing on the memes and jokes, people started pointing out that the reaction from Chrisean looked genuine. There was no dramatic speech, no exaggerated performance, and no attempt to turn the moment into a publicity stunt. She simply laughed, looked surprised, and thanked the fan who sent the gift. For a celebrity who usually trends because of chaos, arguments, or messy headlines, this felt like a completely different type of viral moment. And for once, the internet seemed slightly confused about how to process it, because people are used to seeing Chrisean involved in explosive drama. Her name has been attached to viral fights, relationship meltdowns, reality TV confrontations, and enough online arguments to fill an entire streaming series. The public has watched her life play out like a never-ending reality show where every episode somehow manages to top the previous one. But this time, the moment felt calm. And that calmness created a strange ripple effect online. Some fans started saying this could represent a different chapter in her life. They argued that motherhood might be changing the direction of her story, instead of endless drama dominating the headlines. Maybe people were starting to see moments that showed a more grounded side of her personality. Of course, the internet being the internet. Not everyone agreed. Critics quickly jumped in saying the public shouldn't read too much into one wholesome moment. According to them, celebrity culture has a way of turning ordinary situations into exaggerated narratives. A fan sending boxing gloves could simply be a cute gesture without representing some major life transformation. But whether people believed it or not, the moment continued spreading. Clips of Chrisean holding the tiny gloves kept appearing on new pages. Reaction videos started popping up. Commentary channels analyzed the situation like it was the latest episode of a celebrity documentary series. Even people who normally ignore celebrity drama were now aware of the moment because it had traveled so far across social media. And as the conversation continued, something else became clear. The public fascination with Chrisean Rock hadn't disappeared. If anything, moments like this proved that people were still watching closely. Whether fans supported her, criticized her, or simply followed the chaos for entertainment, the attention surrounding her life remained intense. Every viral clip, every unexpected moment, every surprise reaction kept people talking. And that attention carries a strange kind of power. Because in the world of internet fame, a single viral moment can shift the narrative around a person almost overnight. One clip can create sympathy, another can spark criticism, and another can completely reshape the way people view someone they've been watching for years. The boxing gloves might seem like a small detail, but the conversation surrounding them revealed something bigger about celebrity culture. People are constantly looking for the next chapter. Fans want redemption stories. Critics expect more drama. Gossip channels wait for the next headline that keeps viewers clicking. And celebrities themselves are often caught in the middle of all those expectations, trying to live their lives while the internet analyzes every move. So the real question now isn't about the boxing gloves. The real question is whether this viral moment represents a brief pause in the chaos or the beginning of a completely new storyline. Because if there's one thing the internet has proven over and over again, it's this: the story is never really over. So let's be honest for a second. Did anyone really expect a tiny pair of boxing gloves to send the internet into full meltdown mode? Because somehow a simple fan gift turned into memes, debates, commentary videos, and enough social media arguments to power an entire reality show reunion episode. One moment Chrisean Rock is opening fan mail. The next moment the internet is acting like they just witnessed the opening scene of a future championship documentary. But that's the magic of celebrity internet culture. One small moment can explode into a full viral story overnight. Fans start celebrating, critics start analyzing, meme pages start cooking up edits, and suddenly everybody has an opinion like they're sitting at the judges' table of a reality TV finale. Whether you think the moment was wholesome, hilarious, or just another chaotic chapter in the never-ending celebrity saga, one thing is clear. People are definitely watching. And now we want to hear from you. Do you think this moment was just a cute fan gesture that the internet blew way out of proportion? Or do you think the fans might actually be predicting the future and we just witnessed the very first chapter of a future boxing champion's origin story? Because judging by the way social media reacted, the internet has already written the movie script, the training montage, and the championship fight before the kid can even throw a punch. So go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below, because those comment sections get crazier than a Zeus Network reunion special. And while you're at it, smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next wild celebrity moment that sends the internet into another full-blown meltdown. Because if there's one thing we've learned, the drama, the memes, and the unexpected viral moments are never far away. And trust us, the next story is probably already brewing somewhere online. This has been Celeb Insanity, where celebrity chaos meets internet madness. The chaos meets internet madness.